Hercules is passing the transom.
Copy.
I love that you can see the blinky cat.
What's that?
I love that you can see the blinky
Oh,
cat.
yeah.
Port, yeah.
Come on, go over that way.
Dusk launch.
Yeah, it is dusky.
Summer solstice. Duck haven't.
Control deck. Tether is all out.
Tether out, aye.
Did you already put the porch in? I forget.
I did not put the porch in.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Thank you.
When you get a chance, 0 the wraps. Ish.
Thanks.
They're zeroed.
0 wraps.
Thank you, Rennie.
I like that on this list.
Yep.
It is an awesome thing on the list.
I'll put it on the other side too.
It wouldn't hurt ROV to have a little another little checklist, but we've got our, guess we've got our hands full.
I think the tether up should be a little lower on the list,
That's fine.
but I would love that it's there.
Yeah, it's just like if we start descending and if we get a
Immediately.
subsurface
Yeah.
current, then
Yeah,
it'll,
you're right.
yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
But I could wait till we dunk. I just was excited that it's
Yeah,
a new
it's
thing to
very
check
exciting.
off.
Yeah. Best is like when our Atalanta is below the transom,
Yeah.
because the big steel thing.
Oh yeah.
Let's see
You
how
could
it
even
changes.
re-zero them.
Exactly. I like the preliminary.
Yeah.
Preliminarial.
Control deck. Atalanta is away.
Copy.
Oops, I want to go this one.
Waiting on reliable pings. Ship is still streaming. We have unreliable pings currently.
Not going to rely on them.
It's the reliability that we're talking about here.
Yeah.
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 Liable.
What is this? No, stop. Go away. No, I don't want.
No.
Stop.
Who's
Go away.
who's Googling stuff in the pilot command browser?
What's the secret to good oatmeal?
More sugar.
Ingredients, you know. I'm a plain oats guy. Everybody knows it. Okay, we're pinging.
12 meters. Delta.
I'm interested in groats these days.
I wonder if you have to put salt in your groat meal.
Huge on groats.
Yeah.
I
Salt
don't
and oatmeal.
They're
even
kind of
know
sweet.
what that is. They're sweet, you said?
He's zooming in, he's zooming out. What's happening?
Who's salting your groats? What do I do here?
Look at all this.
Does anyone know
Yeah,
how
it's
to do-
actually kind of too much.
What's
Grapple's
what?
good.
All good?
Gauge is probably good. I'm going to turn downlight off. I don't need no stinking downlight.
Okay.
Gauges are good.
How about dive salvo?
That sounds swell.
Okay. That way I can look at gauges and they're not teeny. Actually, what about
Dive special?
dive special, and then
I can turn on some stuff while you
we can
reroute
turn on some
stuff.
cameras.
I'm turning on stuff.
Well,
You're also going to turn it on?
shoot, you're turning it on.
called
And
it.
then Rennie or Amber has to reroute some stuff. Oh, actually, no, we're going to leave the routing.
Leave the winch up there for now, yeah.
Yeah. It's just that bubble is so small.
This is so great for me, having the sonars, the maps, bud cams, Atlanta, and then like port. I'm like, I can see all the stuff around us.
Yeah.
It's probably not
What
as
about
great for
Hurricane
the Atalanta
With
pilot.
cam orientation.
Yeah.
It's okay
I
for
now
Atalanta.
I now care less about that as long as we just stick to something, so I can just get used to it. You know what I mean? If someone has strong opinions about it, which it seems that there are
Everybody does.
strong opinions in both directions, unfortunately.
There's a strong opinion that it stay?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's the rationale?
That it's the Herc pilot, and that's something that's your Herc butt, you know?
Yeah.
Like this is all your, like...
Control deck, I'll stop at 50 meters. Control has been sent.
Copy that. We're going to bump it.
I've got it.
We have control.
Control.
Copies.
Control. Okay, let's descend.
So I don't yet
All right.
see your ROV upper. Is that powered up?
What's that?
I don't
It might
see-
come. It might come in a little bit.
Oh,
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
the ROV upper.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on it. I'm
It's
just getting
great.
Look
other
at
stuff
that.
started.
There it is.
Are you guys okay to hold position on the ship?
Yep.
Yeah.
Bridge, nav.
I love how you just totally claim the credit for that. I gotta work on it. Here it is.
Yeah.
Hold position, please.
Yeah, I did.
Thank you.
I think Amber bought it.
Totally.
I think so.
She says she bought it.
Let me know when you have some bandwidth to talk about what we're about to do. And you
Yeah,
can
not quite
agree
yet.
or disagree with what my plan is.
Okay.
Gauges
Oh,
are good.
I thought it was difficult to wait.
It is.
Okay.
That's why we're here.
Okay.
You want to do 30 meters a minute?
30 is great. I just got to get there.
Yeah, that's hard.
And then once I get there, I got to stay there.
I'm gonna re-zero the tether wraps.
Re-zero.
I re-zero the tether wraps.
Re-zero.
I'm going to re-zero the 6-8 wraps.
Sure.
Okay. Now that I have single-handedly fixed the cinema cameras.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. I think I have, what if we had like 1 or 2 more lights on?
On a Herc?
Oh, we're just down on,
What if I do this?
nice. So blue.
Hope we're not doing a vertical video transect.
It's.
I already didn't
let's
do
double
that.
check. Let's double check. I don't think. I don't see it anywhere.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Not
Would you like to know what we're doing?
quite yet.
He's not ready.
I would like to know which keyboard I'm using.
I'm still not sure.
2042?
You can say that again.
2042?
Yep.
Cool, thanks. Okay, I
Yeah,
can hear what we're doing.
Yeah, I'm
I can wait.
All the gauges look good and all the numbers look good, so I can do a round of gauges after you say, because you're having a difficult time waiting.
Well, now I don't want to.
You don't want to wait? You don't have to.
If you take a look at HiPAC over there to follow along. HiPAC,
Okay,
Hype
yeah.
serve, Hype serve.
Trev, can you see where you are?
So we have deployed an RCM. That's the big, tall 250 meter mooring. It was dropped over the side right here, but the beacon on it didn't track to the bottom. So we
Okay.
don't know where it landed.
So my screen doesn't have Rennie pointing.
Okay, I'll use computers.
Okay.
Pew.
Okay, you dumped it over the side there, Roger.
There, yes. It's a train wheel, tall one, and those typically go pretty straight down. The
Okay.
ones that we've tracked.
Mhm.
They don't kite along like the sediment traps. So we are now stood off, the ship is stood off at 150 meters. The depth is to 160. So our depth is actually for this point, so where we are is probably going to be a bit deeper.
Okay.
It's up to you guys. If you want to approach it, we can estimate where the float and jewelry would be to catch it midwater with sonars on approach. That would probably be the best way, so we're not accidentally like searching for it on the ground and somehow have wrapped Atalanta in it.
Yep.
unless we think we can pick it up, like the tether or the line or one of the instruments lower than the top part. We definitely don't want to be over the top part, otherwise we'll never see it, and we'll.
I'm sorry, how tall is it again?
250 meters, but I'll clarify that with the back row.
Okay.
And I'm also curious in the precision of that height. Is it
Yes.
240 to 260, or is it 250
I think more more concerning would be the precision of the depth of where it landed also.
Also important.
So yeah, both important. It says approximately 235 meters long. So
Okay.
I don't know how approximate, but
okay.
I don't know how many sig
I would say
figs.
approximate within about 5-ish.
Within 5, great. So depth will probably be a bigger issue.
Okay.
Now, the other thing is we're approaching here because there is another RCM over here, but that's far enough away that that's not an issue. So the only thing that we're searching for, that will be in the water column, is the thing that we're searching for.
What's the surface hooked? That's where you picked
That's
up
where
one?
we picked up the one that we released, that we just replaced.
Oh, okay. So you marked where on the surface you picked it up?
Yeah.
Okay. For future reference, roger.
Yeah. Not for,
Yeah.
yeah.
Not for now location.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the story. Basically, I don't think we need to be any more than we're stood off now, but if you feel like we need to be, we can stand off farther.
Is there a mooring diagram somewhere I could look at?
I'll pull one up. You want the one we're aiming for, or the one to the east, or both?
The one we're aiming for,
Yeah.
please.
It's got a big orange float.
Yeah, what I'm
Big
specifically
ball.
looking for is, like, there's an orange float. What's just below that? Is it just tiny little lines
It's
that I've never
line,
seen?
and then there will be instruments along.
It's
Yeah,
that
right.
M steel line, Trevor.
Yeah.
And is there like another thing? Is there a swivel? Is there another carabiner? Is there... I'm wondering, like, will I see this if I'm between instruments? What's the spacing on it? That kind of stuff.
The spacing is like there's only 4 instruments on it.
Wow. So I
I
have to
think.
see the float.
Yeah,
Otherwise I will not see it.
likely, yeah.
Okay.
Again, I do think it will be pretty close to where we dropped it.
Roger.
So we'll hopefully, if we're starting to, and everything is, most things have seemed to travel, if they travel anywhere, have been a little bit in this direction to the south, in the direction we are, but not like extremely. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool. Okay.
So
and the
if
reason
we
we're
if
finding
we
it mid-water is because we need to do the CTD cal? Or we need
We-
to follow it down to do the cals on the way down, is that
we
correct?
could do it on the way up, but the reason,
Yeah, but we need to do them, I should say.
yeah, we don't.
We don't want to just find the location, note it, and go away. We want to see the whole
We want
thing.
to do stuff, yeah, but also I feel like approaching from the bottom and potentially missing it and getting tangled would be the concern.
Hey, Trevor, I've got that diagram.
Yeah, seems fine.
You want me to bring it up? Okay.
So what I got out of that was there's 35 meters between the first package and the orange ball, which means, let's say worst case, we come right between them depth-wise. We have 17 meters up and 17 meters down is what we have to cone.
What do you know what kind of we get
I don't
with
know
the
the
mezzo?
answer to that, no.
Yeah, I've only have
Do you know
anecdotal.
that? I think plus minus 20 or 20 total? It's hard to say. I don't know.
It's hard to say. That's about the resolution that I would guess, between 20 to 40. I look it up periodically and then promptly forget.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, it stinks because with the AM steel, you can't see it on the sonar at all.
Are you able to speed up a little?
Yeah. I was running away with the race earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't touch my speed.
Oh, we won't. I don't know why we have to pass all this over.
Hey,
It's
Rennie, it's
Oh, you just slowed down.
Yep, I was already slow to catch up with you.
Yes,
Please,
go ahead,
please
Megan.
stay 30.
2405 on the
2405.
I don't
USBL.
think...
I was lagging. I was way ahead, so I started slowing down. Then I said, oh, I looked over. I saw you were slow, so I said, please speed up. And then I started speeding up.
I was also making changes at the same time, so we should decide.
Yeah, let's go 30.
Yeah. Okay.
And if either one of us falls ahead or goes behind, then we'll adjust as necessary. But let's aim for 30.
Talk about it when we adjust it.
Yep.
I haven't gotten to 30 yet.
Okay. Then you will see me slow down. But that not to be concerned.
But you don't need to slow down. I think I can catch up to you.
I would like the winch set at 30. And then I will go 30 as well. So if I'm going 30, I got to slow down to get back to neutral.
Once more and onto the blue, guys. This is the right shift for blue water.
It has all this information about the beacon, and then state exists. Well, that's good. Yeah.
We almost hope it didn't exist.
Yeah, non-existent. Well, that's weird. No, this one is not 20. That one's not coming up. The one that's responding is Hercules, and it's
Okay.
already
Well, that checks that it's not coming up since it
because it
didn't work on the way down.
didn't work. Yeah,
Yeah.
Which is my forward. But it affects my vertical too, of course.
Definitely worth a try, though.
Yeah, for sure. That would make things easier.
So I'm not going to change speed.
Correct. Please keep it at 30. Otherwise, we're chasing each other.
Yeah, that's not how I ever done it.
Okay.
Usually I chase Herc. It's so hard to get Herc dialed in 30.
Is that primarily because 30 is conceivably our max speed that we'd like to operate the winch at?
Yes.
So you're honing it down.
Conceivably, yeah.
So if you hone that in and then have Hercules adjust?
Yeah. So yeah, I would normally, if you're dialing Herc's vertical velocity with the Z bias, it can be quite difficult to dial it in, and it takes a little while, and it sort of oscillates and stuff. So you just set Hercules and chase it with the winch, which is very easy to change.
But not if you don't want to go above 30, I guess.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I've always chased the winch with Herc on the way down.
I've never done that.
Okay.
Now there's some people who'll make it go faster than 30, but I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, stop telling tales out of school there. I just really have always wanted to say telling tales out of school. I've never gotten a chance before, so thanks.
Yeah, no
More than
worries.
30, I feel like those expectations are being set now.
Yeah.
It's less time to gently banter with Team Blue, though. Slow it down.
Well,
take your time.
There can be some aggressive banter instead.
What is wrong with these colors? Yellow and green?
I know, to be honest, they are a bit
Yeah, whose
harsh.
choice was that?
Not mine.
Is that aggressive enough?
By the way, Megan, the AUV maps that we keep referencing as like maybe being a meter aren't, I don't have any meter gridded maps.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that they're 2 or so.
Interesting. But those are the best resolution that exists, basically, until we got the Norbit stuff, right?
I think so, unless there's some secret higher res from the same surveys that I just don't have, but
Well, if you don't have it and we don't have it,
yeah. Unless you guys have it and
if
you're
we
just
had it,
withholding it.
you would have it.
Okay. I
I
trust you.
promise. And if we had it, Cassie would be dancing.
If I had it, I don't think we would have scheduled those Norbit surveys as we did. We would have utilized that somewhere else.
So 2-meter grid.
Something like that. I mean, what I have, I'd have to see the original data, but because I only just have images.
Okay.
I was never given the original AUV data that was deemed confidential.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's available for public download now.
Okay. Can I?
Yeah, I
can
mean,
that be included in the
just,
package that we get?
If
'Cause
you
right,
send
we
us
get
your
targets. That's
your
it.
bank information
Yeah.
and your
Credit
mother's
card.
maiden name,
Yeah.
we'll send it to you for sure.
Give you my driver's license
Your
as
second dog's
collateral.
home address.
Super legit.
So I guess we could stop at the midwater depth if you want.
As at the orange ball float depth?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if the depth there is, what is it, 2163? And then it's plus 235, minus 235.
60th, yeah.
235, yeah.
Yes.
1928.
Okay. Cool.
Not a great year for the global economy. Actually, it was doing pretty well that. It was the next year.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah, we could go to 1935. Bad year, but maybe a good depth.
Okay.
Do you expect that the depth is wrong by being shallower or deeper?
Unknown.
Okay, cool.
Because this is an AUV survey. That depth, well, no, that depth I'm getting is from the target, which is probably from Pero of an ROV that visited. So it would be,
Right.
actually, then that would be pretty accurate.
Cool.
But if it landed not, it's kind of rugged terrain. Rugose, as some would say. So we don't know that it landed right there.
Right.
I mean, we do have like an actual depth not too far away from when there used to be a cabled mooring there. But like you said, it is rugged.
Yeah.
So I don't know how helpful that would actually be.
Who was doing the previous AUV work out here?
I think it was a 2003 Abe survey, Woods Hole Abe.
Yeah.
Yeah, no longer with us. But I don't know if there was anything more recent than that. That's just one thing that I knew has been done out here, but it may have been expanded upon over the years, or I don't know, maybe it was one large survey. I'm not entirely sure of it. It's definitely been a lot of shipboard multi-beam, but the actual vent field and rift ridge zone has been EUV'd. Up at high rise, actually, let me see if I can show you what I was looking at. Ugh, burned again. There's my high-rise Norb.
Hey, Amber,
Yes, hello.
I have a question.
Sure.
Would you like to do white balanced 235 meters off the seabed, or would you like to wait till we get to the bottom? Because we're going to be finding something in the mid-water and surveying it on the way down, probably taking quite a bit of time, but I know your general procedure is to wait till the bottom.
Yeah, I'll probably prefer the bottom just because there's some reflection from the ground that changes the color.
Okay, so we will not do that, and I guess you'll have to transition to your next whatever people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll have to think about that for when we log on bottom, because technically we'll be doing stuff, but we won't be on the bottom.
Right.
Megan, on HIPAC survey,
Yep.
if you have it back there.
I do.
So we, just looking at the greater context of that area that high-rise was at, we high-res mapped this portion.
Yeah.
But it seems like this area down here is a similar area and has some bumps in it. So it'd be interesting to continue that someday and high-res map all this.
That would be super cool.
I don't know, and it, you know, considering how long this took, this part wouldn't take that long, and I'm curious what exploration's been done there.
Yeah, at one point we were talking about sort of orbiting all the way from MEF up to high rise, but we had to recover from that dive before we had time to do that.
Yeah, I know we've had like the plume recorders as well to try to identify where there's anomalies with the plume, and then you can...
I'm sorry, what? A plume recorder?
Yeah, they're called mappers, mini autonomous plume recorder. But they have a nephelometer gets the turbidity, but there's another sensor. It's like sensor, I think, that
Okay.
Sounds right.
yeah, that looks at the difference in chemical composition, I think, or the way that, I don't think it's acoustic. I'd have to look at what that sensor actually does, but I think it's chemistry, but you can
That
identify.
checks because there's a sensor as part of the bars, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. Yeah.
So they use basically just like you would do like a tow survey higher up, and you find where the plumes are, and then you can narrow down where they are,
Oh, cool.
the vents. But it's kind of hard because plumes have that point source, but then they kind of spread out, and then depending on currents, but also just like in general, there's kind of like this layer of smoke to get through. So like you can tell where that is, but getting to pinpoints, you have to like kind of be below that lens to get the...
Right, otherwise it's more of a blob.
Yeah. But we've done that before. We did that in the Galapagos. And I think there's a project to make them non-autonomous, because right now they're just like a bottle, and you got to bring it up and look at the data and then find out where it was. But there's a project that's getting those sensors to plug in so you can see it live.
Oh, cool.
I'm sure that those aren't the only ones in the world, but...
When you guys were talking about surveying the mooring from top to bottom, to us we're kind of agnostic whether it's top to bottom or bottom to top. So
We were saying that. Is
Huh?
that true? We were saying it like that. Is that true?
that we're agnostic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, but you're wanting to go top to bottom so that you can find the float?
Yeah,
Is that right? Yeah, okay.
because it's kind of hard to locate.
Amsteel?
Yeah, and if we're low and we try to locate the bottom of it and we guess wrong,
Yeah,
and we wrap Atalanta in the...
Gotcha.
Yeah. You know the deal.
So this is the first time that we've deployed these moorings without all those football floats on it as well?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So usually they've got some football floats between the packages.
Oh, that's right.
Nobody could really come up with a reason as to why they were there.
Yeah,
that.
I mean, at the surface, you have to stream them out because of them, kind of. And
Yeah.
if they're not there, then they're just dangling, so it makes recovery a bit easier. It's just dangling below instead of having to stream out in a current.
Would you guys be able to see floating football floats on a mooring? in the
Interesting
sonar?
you say that, because if I recall correctly, they're kind of like the B-2 bomber of floats.
They're not great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Just
weird
because
they
of
are
the shape?
syntactic.
Yeah.
Like, you should be able to get them.
Yeah. It's
No
just that
flat surface.
it's in theory, yeah, but for some
Wasn't-
reason in practice, it's like barely shows up.
Maybe the coating on them or something? I don't know.
Wasn't the
B2
node
bomber
also
is
hard to see?
It's somewhat shape dependent. Sorry, what's that, Megan?
I said, wasn't the node also hard to see when we were
Yeah,
at
it was-
Cascadia? Because of the, like, there's...
That was
Yeah.
actually looks like a B-2.
Yeah.
But
The
there
stealth
was
design.
that one mooring that we marked the mud mat landing site with that had a football,
Yeah.
like a syntactic football, and that was incredibly hard to see the
Yeah, that's
football.
true, yeah.
Oh man, I forgot the number that I just said.
I can say why the football
1935.
floats were on the moorings previously.
1928.
1928
1928 was the first. I remember it because
so.
you put it in the context of the Great Depression.
Yeah.
You
nice.
know, just sprinkling little mnemonic devices
Yeah,
around.
it was
you know?
amazing. Like, my memory is not working very well these days, but like those numbers are stuck. Like, I'm gonna dream about those numbers tonight. I will be able to tell you where to stop tomorrow too.
Yeah, you know, it's a difficult job up here, but
Yeah,
sometimes,
Sometimes what?
So
19
Nico, you were saying that there was a reason for them? Is that because we were hand bombing them?
Yeah, the intent was to make the whole mooring more hand bombable, but as most people have done on this
Terrible.
boat, it still wasn't very easy, and it would take
Yeah.
about 8 to 9 people on deck all doing various jobs.
It was
and
very like, heave ho.
heave,
you know,
yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of.
Did you guys sing?
Kind
I
of.
think
I
it's
actually
mostly grunting.
usually at the crane perspective, I'm like, man, that looks tough down there.
Yeah, you're just waiting for the last
Yeah.
pick, the L box or the
Yeah.
D box at the bottom. So yeah, now we do it lickety split quick with our super fast winch. And
Right. What she found is the right speed for tape removal.
yeah,
Any faster,
Yeah.
nobody has
Yeah.
to stop the winch ever.
yeah,
It was stressful operating that winch.
yeah,
Why is that?
Well, because you had to hold a button,
right,
That is stressful.
and then Mike would say, I'll stop on the winch.
right.
And then you had to unhold the button.
But you
Yeah,
probably had,
you had about 3 minutes
Yeah,
to
3
Yeah.
minutes
Yeah,
to
get
stop.
your finger
Yeah.
off that button.
I could see like the packages coming up and anticipate for about 5 minutes before it was going to happen.
How fast does it go?
Not fast.
it would probably be faster to hand bomb, but less comfortable.
Oh, much faster to handle, I would think.
yeah,
So awkward and terrible though.
yeah, not fun.
And much faster, but I think overall you're not saving that
no.
much time like
No. Yeah.
in the scheme of a 3-week expedition.
No,
It's hard to hand bomb a train wheel too.
Hey, those are
Yeah.
dropped at the
Man,
end.
you got to hit the gym.
right.
Would you say I need to train for it?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That joke was a real train wreck.
Timeouts for both of you.
Yeah,
Oh, come on, they're on a roll.
I'm desperate to work Caboose into this, but
I choose not to.
oh, okay.
Oh, Gabby.
Everyone's thinking, what else can I think of?
I'm working on Caboose as well.
It's not out there.
It'd be a good joke to end on.
Very meta approach to the Caboose. Good, I like it. Approved. Best. That was the best that could be done.
Thanks.
I could engineer a better solution.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
You could even train cars to do your work for you.
Train cars. Ah, train cars. That was
It's a bit of stretch in the other direction, because no, you can't.
Oh yeah, good point. You can't.
Hey, that only works one way.
You just said the word.
you just said it. Anyone? Sure, dining car. What do you want? What are those little things?
I think
What are those?
I don't know, but I'm just thinking of the intro to Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Where he like comes in
Yeah.
and like tells a prophecy about obstacles.
Getting off the rails here.
I'm questioning your locomotives.
The
Dining
locomotives
car.
one was good.
Thanks.
Locomotives was excellent, yeah.
There's no point in turning off your mic. We're all picking it up.
Yeah, as clear as day. We lost it up there.
The last hour in Gabby's shifts in the last like 3 days have
Every
all
single
been like
time.
this.
I feel like you're making it like that's making it my fault. I feel like you guys all go off the rails for the last hour.
Yeah.
My response is perfectly appropriate. But yes, Nico, you're right.
I was thinking train station, but we already said trade a bunch, so it's going to just do station, but station's too
Station.
much. I
Yeah.
was going to say, as a ship
Yeah,
holding
it's
station.
too big of a leap,
Like,
yeah.
That's the ticket.
Oh.
Oh.
What if we conducted
I
ourselves?
was just going, with
Going there.
I was just going conductor,
there.
but I was going to go the electrical, you know, like
Oh.
the cable. The
I was going
ray
to say that
kinda.
Megan's the dive conductor.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Too late.
Yeah.
You guys missed your
Yeah.
chance.
Doesn't matter if our jokes might have been better. It doesn't matter.
That
Too
train
late.
has left the station.
Does anyone even remember how we got onto this?
I think I like
If only we
dive
could like stay
conductor.
on track.
Ah.
Alright.
You went. You've already done rails, but I think track was still on the table. Track was
Yeah.
still in play.
Yeah, that was good.
What do you call those places where they park the trains with the spinny?
Oh, yeah.
Roundhouse?
What's it called?
No, we have a roundhouse in Victoria that has one of those.
Oh, roundhouse. That's right. I remember that
Yeah.
from Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah, roundhouse.
What, the spinny what?
A
They
roundhouse.
park the trains and
The
it's...
They turn the train
Yeah,
around.
they turn it
Oh,
around.
okay, okay.
Not related to Roadhouse, though.
I like the world where Megan just thinks you can't ever turn them around, and it's like now they just once they reach the other side of the country, that's kind of it.
Just go.
One-way trip.
Just go.
They got to make
They
a
got
new train to go the other way.
No, they go all the way
They
around.
just keep going. Yeah.
Do you folks know about the shortest railway in Canada? Canada in the world?
I think
don't
I've heard of this, but
Is it
it was-
in Nanaimo?
It was at a shipping port, and I believe it was in Canada, and I believe it was on the East Coast, but I don't know either of those facts to be true. And it was due to a tax agreement between Canada
Oh
and the
yes.
U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah, where if something was imported by ship, it had to pay tariffs or duties, whatever. But if it was transported by rail, it did not. So they would unload from the ship, put it on this rail car. It would go 100 meters. They would unload it, and then it would be tax exempt.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And it was worth all of that.
It was worth, yeah, it was a huge financial incentive to install a 100-meter railway.
Yeah.
I mean, how much were you loading on?
I mean, shiploads.
That's amazing. Well
That's
played.
the one. That's the one I got.
Heat it up.
It took us a long time to get there, but
Shiploads even.
Trevor, you took our hands and took us for a journey there. It was
Yeah.
good.
I feel like we've been on that journey for like 700 meters.
It's like a cross country via rail.
Yeah.
we actually, I feel like the train puns are like, that's a new thing for us.
We haven't done train puns before.
Yeah. It's kind of a limit. You know. So there's not. You can't just keep going.
I mean,
With
can't
trains?
you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can.
Keep chugging along.
I was going to say at some point you're crossing a line, but it's railway crossing. Huh? Not good. Not good. Not my best work.
I'm running out of things I know to be unique to trains.
Yeah, right. That's the hard part.
Like, because that's what you want to make the pun on, is something that's unique to trains.
You want to conduct it, yeah.
Yeah, conductor, tracks.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love locomotive was great. It was hilarious. But like I'm sort of out of train things. Like I'm picturing like Indiana Jones like running across a train and there being like snakes and lions inside, but like
There's snakes and lions everywhere.
yeah, that's not unique to trains.
When I
This
think
train pun, snake something.
I never think of snakes and lions when I think about trains.
Yeah. I think train.
I think Indiana Jones. I'm not even
That's-
sure if there are any trains in Indiana Jones. That's just what I think.
I'm trying to workshop boxcar.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah.
But, I don't have one.
I've been thinking about sleeper car, but that's just kind
That's
of
going to be tough.
yeah.
And then
I
there's
think
the
that it's
observation one.
The oh yeah, the
Yeah.
observation car.
I think it's over when somebody manages to work in caboose. I
Yeah.
think that's the sign.
Yeah.
Typically is the end. Yeah.
Yeah. We got Amber.
Got
Wow,
Amber.
yeah.
That was just my joke recycled.
Yep. and I'm gonna take credit for it.
I'm a professional. Yeah.
I like how they have to just, Dan's just making new toys because now I'm bored with the old ones. I'm like like a rat or something. A dog who got bored.
Yeah.
New fidget toy.
That's a decent one.
Yeah.
I kind of like it. Do you have a bouncy one or do you have one that spins all the way around?
I solved that one too.
Oh, okay.
I made the bouncy one, and then because I put the tooth too far.
Yeah.
One too far.
One too far.
But the bouncy one was
tooth
fun.
far.
That's one is fun, yeah. Let's get
Oh,
that
it's
back.
like a shell.
One tooth too far.
One
A tooth far gone.
Yeah, one
The
tooth
molar
rule
coaster.
them all.
I don't know.
No, it's not. Easy does it.
1250 depth.
Roger. 229 heading.
Yeah,
Now I
roger.
think about all the depths in terms of year. Could that be the year of the Magna Carta or something?
Yeah, might be around there somewhere.
That might have been 1514. That's another depth that comes
This
to
is
mind.
the War of 1260.
Have you heard the
Oh, now we're bouncing again.
what the kids are saying these days?
What are kids saying? What are the kids saying?
Yeah.
The kids are saying, oh, they were, they grew up in the 1900s.
Oh,
I
no.
know.
Nice.
No.
And they're not wrong.
They're not wrong.
What was it
I
like
know,
in the
but-
1900s?
But it's tough. That's a tough thing to hear.
In the late 1900s.
Now they can just check, like, buy
Weird.
a bottle of wine or something, and they check your ID. They're like, oh, I just see this starts with the 2000 or
Yeah.
earlier.
Oh,
that makes-
yeah.
if it starts
oh,
with
that's
19,
terrible.
If it starts with 19, they automatically know
I
you're
grew up
old.
in the
Yeah.
1900s. That sounds horrible. It sounds like I grew up driving a Model T.
I
Yeah, we
would've
need to
loved
take
that
like a
Model
bunch of
T
old
now.
grainy photos of ourselves. Right?
No,
Some sepia.
we actually have those on paper.
I know. They were taken with film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember taking the like disposable little like wind-up cameras
Oh,
out,
yeah.
like
Oh,
for
yeah.
the evening?
Oh, yeah.
And you'd be
Yeah,
like, oh yeah,
totally.
in a week and a half, I'll get these developed and see what happens.
Yeah.
Or take it on a trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my thumb's in every single one of these. Great.
They all come back in like poor condition, all blurred, things in the way, yeah.
They
But the
still
color was
made-
so warm. And the grains are like just such
Color
a
was
nice
warm.
film has such a nice color and texture to it.
It does.
Do
yeah,
I
they
remember
still
that?
made way better
Remember the
photos
photo
than the
booths at
flip
the mall?
phones.
Oh,
Flip
yeah.
phones were a disaster
Negative.
for a long
Really?
time. All the
Okay.
flip phones.
Good one.
Got it.
Uh,
These things come back though, and now I see like kids have like little mini Polaroids again.
Yeah, it's a big
That's
thing.
like the thing
It's
again.
a thing
But
for
they
the AI.
take the
Yeah.
photo digitally and print it.
Yes. yeah, right. Yeah.
I'm not even
The
joking.
black box doesn't matter to them. Like,
So it's basically like a mini printer.
it's just a printer. Yeah, yeah.
what's that, a Polaroid?
They're like, oh, it's so retro. Like, no, this is an amazing leap forward in technology. I printed this on paper. It came out all damp and terrible.
I can like hang it somewhere and look at it. Damn it, terrible.
Oh, I was looking up. This is related to older technology. I want to make a rotary numpad. For a
Oh, yeah, that's brilliant.
And there's like plans for it online. You
I would love that.
Hold on,
For
let
like-
me
for like
type
your
in the coordinates.
For your
Satisfaction of it.
calculator.
Yeah, that long.
Brilliant. I like that a lot.
Speaking
know
of the
what's
kids
cool,
these
though,
days,
is if
most
you
of them
do
wouldn't
it
know
with
how to
like a-
use one of those.
Yeah.
If you do it with like a pencil eraser, I've always wanted to be able to do that.
Oh yeah.
We had a rotary phone growing up, and I would always try and do it with the pencil eraser, but it was too difficult, and I was too small.
No. It
Or
did
would it-
work.
It didn't work.
You needed
There was too much resistance. I needed to provide more torque than my little hands could provide.
Okay, that's fair.
And from that day, Gabby decided, I'm going to use manipulator arms on an ROV.
I will never be stymied by a rotary dial again.
That's what we need. That should be a new life goal, is use the manipulator on a rotary phone.
On a rotary phone.
Oof. Delicate.
Does a rotary phone still work if you have a landline wired into your house? You have to have touch tone now.
Oh, wow.
No,
I know the answer, I don't think is it does.
I grew up with it. I don't know. I had a rotary phone till I was, well, till 20 years ago.
I know you're not navigating those silly menus. Press 1 for this. Nope, I'm not doing that.
I tried
If
one
you
out
have a touch tone phone.
not that long ago.
Okay.
Maybe 10 years ago.
Wasn't
it
the way
worked great.
they operated? I know nothing about phones. It wasn't the way it operated by actually like the number of clicks. It was a sound
Yeah, that's
transmission,
right.
and I don't know if it's still carried that way. So like literally clicked twice for 2, and that's how it communicated that number.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Again, just
Interesting.
like the new Polaroids, it would be something digital now
Yeah.
that they'd fake it with, right?
That's why dolphins had such difficulty making calls.
The clicks are totally passé now.
Yeah.
Get rerouted all the time, yeah.
Oh, so are the Polaroids are digital now?
Well, I think there's both. I think you can get one that is more
That's just a
classically
printer.
Polaroid that
Yeah.
comes out of the camera.
Mm.
But my friend's daughter had like a phone. She was taking pictures, and then she had this contraption to,
Oh,
Hook
that would like
into it.
wirelessly print them out.
yeah, and it would print like just tiny ones. And I mean, the resolution was like a Polaroid. And she
It's
loved
very
it.
silly.
Absolutely loved it.
Just a little printer.
Yeah,
It's just
basically.
a phone printer, yeah.
It's a teeny weeny printer.
And it printed teeny weeny pictures.
That's so great, though.
So you don't remember the photo booths at the mall?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Are
totally.
you kidding
He
me?
does, but
Okay.
that was a spectacular joke.
It was a spectacular joke.
Were
but
you
not-
trying to set it up again?
Okay, we're rolling it back.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, I think it was the pause.
Yeah.
That was the pause.
Negative.
Negative. No, I remember those. Yeah,
Try to cram like as many people in there as you can.
yeah, yeah.
Those are coming back too. We had one at our holiday party this
Nice.
year. A photo
Yeah.
booth.
Oh, yeah, and they like print out little strips of photos. and-
Yeah.
It's funny because back in the day, the photo,
Back in my
the
day.
photo booth,
Back in the 1900s.
Back in the 1900s.
the novelty would have been the camera, and now the novelty is the booth.
Well, yeah, no, it is true because
And the paper photos.
and
Yeah.
the paper
It's now
photos.
novelty again, yeah.
But they provide like with these photo booths like crazy hats and
Oh, right.
Do they have like
You know,
filters
like-
and like
Yeah,
weird...
the ageifying filters and all the weird stuff like that.
not right on the photo booth.
I thought in the photo booth did that.
Wow, you guys have a
Not
booth?
the Christmas party one.
You guys brought a booth
Ah,
across.
that's a
that a new
previous
No,
one.
that's something Ryan did on the side.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't carry a booth in my pocket.
She-
I could not figure out who those people were
That
for
was-
the longest
That was
time.
post-production,
Yeah.
and they were awful. They gave me nightmares.
I'm trying to come up with booth jokes now. Like, how do you clean your booth? With booth paste. It's just not
Oh.
good.
Oh, no.
Nice.
Or maybe the
No.
second joke.
No.
Maybe
Maybe,
it's
Yeah.
another one,
Yeah, you can't open with that.
Yeah. When's the last time someone saw a phone booth?
Not that long ago.
Oh, okay.
Was it working?
Yeah, was it functional?
Well, I didn't go in and try it.
Why not?
I didn't have any quarters.
Yeah,
Was it
when's
like
the last time you had loose change on
Yeah.
you?
That's something that hasn't been affected by inflation, eh? It's always
Well-
been 25 cents to make a call.
No, it
you have
used to
put
be
a
10
lot of-
cents.
You have to put a lot of quarters in sometimes.
Do you really? Oh,
Yeah.
get out of here. That's how they
It's
get
just
you.
that 25 cents is like, we don't have, in the States, we don't have bigger coins.
Big phone
Yeah.
booths out to get you.
Well, by the time the loonies and stuff came around, I think they were halting production on the old phone booths.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not loonies, toonies.
But like, phone booths are still used in movies as like a plot device, right?
Well, where else are you going to change into your cape?
I know, or like make a like secret spy call or something.
Go into the
Or
matrix.
like make
Yeah.
a call to like demand a ransom.
Well, now you get the burner cell phones.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
you're right.
that's fair.
Yeah, that's true. But like, I still feel like they use phone booths as plot devices. It's like, the call's coming from a phone booth on 86th and Plot Device Road.
Like,
I find now they always, when they have to ditch their phones in spy movies, they're still like dropping them in little buckets of water and stuff like that. And it's like, well, all our phones are waterproof now.
Yeah.
At least for a while, right? Like they're rated for like a half an hour to like a few hours. Though solid state memory, I once lost a camera for a year in the bottom of a lake and I still had all my photos on it when it was returned to me.
Really?
No.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
It was in Maine and I was canoeing and I had like all my pictures from my like month-long or summer-long canoe trip on it. And I dropped it in the lake. And a year later, this Mainer named Clyde Tibbetts calls me up.
Yep.
Yes, that,
Yep,
that was
that's
his
correct.
name.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Clyde Tibbetts called me up because it had like I had waterproof stickers on it. I don't know why, and was like, I got your camera here. I'm like,
What kind of camera was it?
it was, I don't know. This would have been in 2007. It was just like it
Oh.
was a digital camera, like a 2007 era digital camera.
Silver.
Yes, it was silver.
Yeah, yeah.
Did it have the
indeed.
sliding front door?
I had,
No,
had
it
the
didn't
same
have the
one.
it didn't have the
Yeah.
sliding front door, but I had others that had the sliding front door. This one did not. It was a really nice camera and
a giant memory card.
yeah, a
be
giant
holding this
memory
anymore.
card because my dad got it for me and he's good like that. And yeah, I got the memory card back and I got all the photos back and they were the little like I don't know SD card or something or compact flash card, whatever was in it, was still good.
That's
After a
pretty
year
cool.
at the bottom of a lake in Maine, I
That's
think
impressive.
you know.
That
Great.
must have been
West Grand
so
Lake.
great when they came up. The photos came up on your computer.
Oh my gosh, he had already stuck it in his camera and been like, "Yep, all the photos are here. It works."
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he had been fishing and he saw a shiny thing and he's like, I wonder what that is. Thought it was a beer can, was like cleaning up. And he's like, oh, that's not a beer can.
It's a good thing it was a silver camera.
Yeah, it's a good thing that my dad had put my name tag all over it on every single surface.
Now, Gabby, why? Did you have a history of losing things?
No, my dad's obsessed. My dad was obsessed with name tag, like with
Label
name and
makers?
like, yes, with printing labels.
Yeah.
I mean,
I get
I have
that.
occasionally lost things. I've been known to lose a thing or two.
Mm.
But my dad was very obsessed with labeling things. It like came in between, it came after his flashlight phase and before his charger phase. That's all.
I feel like I need more information about the flashlight phase.
Oh, you
I'm,
just-
I'm interested in the charger phase. So yeah, let's go era to
Okay.
era.
I get the flashlight phase. I don't get
The
charger
flashlight phase, he bought tons and tons of flashlights. A lot of them had holsters.
Yeah.
Well, that's just
Yeah.
practical.
He would hide them everywhere. Like your car would have 18 flashlights in it, most of which you didn't know about.
You never know what night's gonna fall, you know? There's not a real good way of knowing.
I just like
So
love
you gotta have it on you.
Completely unpredictable.
Yeah, I just loved the holsters. Like, I just needed, like, this was, like, back when I was, like, a college kid, and, like, I don't know that I needed, like, to holster my flashlight on campus.
Yeah, but you coulda.
Yeah. And that's
I was
the point.
already a strange enough child.
You use your hands free for your digital camera and your giant phone. And
He also went through a lengthy mini disc phase. So we all had mini disc
Oh,
players.
the mini discs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
I
He was
did-
an early adopter.
I did like that brief moment in time where we had laser discs
oh,
Oh,
yeah.
and
yeah.
mini discs at the same time. They're like, we'll go bigger and smaller and
Yeah.
see what takes.
None of it, because
None
then,
of it.
then we got
DVDs.
Yeah. Well, mini discs were ran out by MP3 players. The iPod came out shortly after.
Right, right.
What about the charger phase?
So the charger phase lasted for the rest of his life.
Okay.
Post labeling everything phase. You got in trouble if you left the house with not enough chargers to keep your phone charged.
Oh, not
Just
just wall
one?
charges, but battery packs too.
Everything
Battery
had
packs,
to be
okay.
charged all the time.
Okay.
And there needed to be spare chargers upon spare chargers upon spare chargers, and they all needed to be squirreled away so that you were never without the right charger. But like obviously there's 18 different ways, 18 different charger cables, and we all had different types of phones. So it was he was always purchasing chargers and squirreling them away places so that you could.
Was it just chargers or battery packs too?
Yes, definitely battery packs,
Okay.
solar panel, like little solar panel
Oh,
things.
nice.
Like it didn't matter.
Nice.
You had there was no excuse for things not being charged.
Were you like hiking
Yeah,
for weeks at a
I got-
time
I
as a
got one.
child? Like
No, this is like, that's why it's a thing. Like, there didn't have to be a reason for a little tiny fold-out solar panel. It's
So
just,
you
it
get-
existed.
You get in trouble if you didn't.
Oh, yeah, if your phone wasn't charged.
Guilty as charged.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Trevor and I were just nodding. I was like, I got one. I'm going to work it in.
Yeah, so that was the charger phase. There are other dads on this that I've heard about on this vessel that like had like collecting phases.
The thing.
Yeah.
No.
What?
They got the thing. They have a thing. you
Yeah,
know, a thing
yeah.
about them.
Yeah, you have to have things.
Everybody has a thing.
Yeah, dads
your thing?
especially have things. Yeah.
My thing's sound effects. Here's a T-Rex.
Is that your thing? 16.
Any other Canadians?
Yeah, oh yeah, I hear ya.
It's a Canadian joke.
I didn't get it. I need to be read in, or I'm not gonna pass
Very,
my citizenship
very
exam.
popular.
You know about the
Canadian
you know about the house
commercial.
hippo?
Yeah, I do.
Another advertisement was with everybody's got a thing, and it's like you should have hobbies, but like don't try everything if you don't want to, or do whatever you want. But everybody's got a thing. What's your thing? And there was one kid's like, my thing, sound effects. Here's a T-Rex.
But this was a public service announcement?
Yeah.
For what?
Seemingly,
What was
yeah.
the moral?
Having things.
Having a
yeah.
thing, yeah.
Get your
Get your thing.
So
Collect chargers.
What's
Do
that?
whatever you
Get a
want.
hobby.
Okay,
Get
got
a
it.
hobby. Play
Gabby,
with
if it makes you feel better, I have no recollection of this commercial whatsoever.
Oh, you know about the house
don't
hippo?
have a recollection.
I lost my thing.
But do you know about the house hippo?
The house hippo?
You don't know about the house
Oh,
hippos?
You
Okay.
you might need to leave
The
Canada.
house hippo is actually really charming
I
PSA.
did, but then I came back.
House hippos were the best.
I think we need that ad again.
That
these
is
days.
a super
need that
charming
ad again.
PSA. I love that one.
Yeah.
I had a statistics instructor who was obsessed with house hippos, and in all of our like exams, he worked some sort of question about house hippos in.
Okay, but what is a house
Well,
hippo?
It's a really tiny hippo.
This is.
It's a hippo that lives in your
Too
house and
small.
steals your peanut butter toast.
What?
It's not real, that's the point.
Yeah, at the very end, it was like, don't believe everything you see on TV.
Oh.
But then,
And
that's
it-
a,
and
that's a
then
good
it-
message.
It crushed everybody's hearts in a matter of 30 seconds because
It was
everyone
it's a whole
instantly
journey.
fell in love with the house
yeah,
hippo.
it's super
It's
cute.
so cute.
It's you go on this whole journey, and yeah, it's devastating.
Zero recollection. What era? Was it in the 1900s?
it was in the 1900s.
Back in the 1900s.
It was.
Yeah, that was a 90s thing.
Back in the 4-channel era.
Yeah.
someone's pointing out online that there's a second house hippo ad. So I guess
There was a more recent one.
I don't think that was any good, though.
It didn't have the same kind of effect the first one did.
you
They
weren't ready to love again. You,
Hungry for it even.
That was reaching way back.
Yeah, that was good. That was.
That's also from the 1900s.
It was a game we used to play in the late 1900s. Right after the Jacob's ladder.
Cat's
get why
cradle. We would sit in front of the fireplace.
Keeping
Cold
warm in
evenings.
It's been months since I've seen light.
It was before the dice was invented.
Back in my day, we had 47 playing cards.
They hadn't invented the jack yet.
Back then, he was called John.
Not enough factorial. They had to add more cards.
Yeah.
People were shuffling the same hand. 48 factorial.
Okay, Jack, quit it. I'm gonna name a card after you if you're not careful.
statistician. That's pretty good.
Yeah, is all this land stuck to him?
That was good. Statistician. Nice. Yeah, because he's dressed as like a magician, but with like a balloon stuck to him. Worst $3 I ever spent. $18.28.
100 meters
to
till not bottom.
Yep.
Why don't we stay 0 delta depth?
Yeah.
Yeah, seems great.
Okay.
Well, I guess it
Wow.
depends.
You're just going to lead us on the mission there, Trev?
Because you'll see
Sure.
Herc, and then we'll hopefully see another thing beyond Herc. Because
Oh, do you want to
we
go
could
like
range
this?
out. We could range out Hercules. Is what we'll do. That's what we'll do.
We
What
could
do
do one of these. This is
Yeah, we can have just we can have a small amount of delta.
okay.
We don't, do we
Yeah,
need delta?
because Herc doesn't like. You'd have to
Mm.
turn off whatever's causing that.
Yeah. Quit it.
Quit it. Statistician is so good.
Yeah, and you had locomotive too.
Yeah.
What a night for you.
Doing good. Good
Thanks.
job, Trevor.
Oh, thanks. So what is that?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like claw marks.
We could turn stuff off.
No. We could turn off the Tritech. It's not doing anything. Yeah, here we go.
I don't think
Sensors.
that they interact, but yeah, give it a shot. I wonder if it's... What is that at? How many kilohertz?
There's no way to know.
675.
Yeah.
Who's up there? Who's up in that? Is that DVL?
I don't know. Oh yeah, what's our DVL?
DVL's...
We've got the low frequency one.
Is
It
that, isn't that
could
the
be a
sixes?
six.
Yeah.
That could be a 600-ish.
Yeah.
I don't need no
Because
stake
it's
in
like
Doppler.
1200 or
I-
something at the high frequency.
I'll change a bunch of things at once.
Yeah. Change a lot of variables.
You know what? It was already not there.
Oh.
Just from the Sea King. I gotta turn this one
Because
back
you've
on.
turned too many things off.
That's set at 650. That one there. Meaning that Tritech. So
What is the Atalanta one set at? What's the frequency on Atalanta?
what's the frequency, Kenneth?
But why doesn't it say here?
Because it's not adjustable.
Oh, so I don't know then.
Yeah. It's set.
Set
It'll
to-
be lower than 675
Sure. Not sure.
because it ranges out much better.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
Makes
what
sense.
that is though.
I like to think they'd go with 300-ish
Sure.
It's a good number.
if it was me.
I'd go at 300-ish.
Yeah, that's what I'd do.
Yeah,
Actually,
so
I could probably ask the
Almost there.
Oracle.
19,
I got 10 more meters.
10 more meters and then we'll...
1930 is a round number. I'm going to stay there.
Roger.
Yeah. And then you're going to go ahead and face north.
North facing I.
Unless you want to go... So theoretically, if you go north, and do you want to stretch Atalanta out before we do some ship moves?
I'll just drive ahead. By the time ship's moving, I'll be there.
And when I say north, that's not what I mean at all.
Roger, non-north.
I'll give you a target. That.
Okay, Atalanta is all stop.
Okay.
So
Sounds good.
from Atalanta, the bearing is 330
330, roger.
from Atalanta.
I'll work on swinging around. If I can. Can I have some more zoom image? I want to see how Atalanta's going.
What's your plan delta-wise, Trev?
I'm staying at not auto depth. I'm going to stay at auto depth.
Right?
How did that turn off? At 1930. And I don't have a plan past that. I don't know. Yeah, we could talk about that. So what do we want to do depth-wise? Where do we want Atalanta?
It would be nice to have them staggered a bit because we'll get
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
We'll get more range. We'll get more vertical range.
That sounds right.
So if you both face 330, then
Okay.
so we'll set up regular. Well, no, actually, it doesn't matter for Atalanta. You can still be tail to tail, and probably
Yeah,
we
I
should
can do
stay
whatever,
that
and
way.
it will Yeah,
And
I'll still
then
see.
If Trevor gets up to face 330, and we don't see anything, after you guys do a bit of a stagger, 1 up, 1 down, then we'll step the ship a safe amount of meters, maybe half of the distance of the lookout that we have on Argus,
Yeah.
Atalanta.
Okay.
So I'll step 50 meters towards it, and we'll look again. And at that point, because we'll be that close, we can go up and down if you think we need to, but we'll probably pick it up.
Trev, I'm tail to tail right now if you want to drive out to the end of your tether, or I can turn around, but we'll need a delta if I'm going to look your direction.
Yeah, I am at the end of my tether right now. I'm still working on getting in to the north, to the 330 of you.
Okay, cool. I'm working on getting around to the reciprocal heading of
Roger.
you.
This speed is silly. We can start ship moving.
Yeah, if you're not seeing, I mean, Atalanta would see by now, right? So
Think
let's
so, yeah.
let's step 50, 330,
Yeah.
and we'll just keep going.
That's fine.
Yeah. Bridge nav. Hello, can we step 50 meters bearing 330? Yes, thank you. So we are looking at Atalanta's scanning sonar at the bottom for it, and Hercules at the top.
Yep.
Okay, just sanity checking.
Raj.
And then what kind of delta do you want to put in to get that scanning offset?
10 meters
Yeah,
would be good.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
It's not going to be very helpful out at 100 meters. They're basically,
Yes.
at 100 meters, they're basically going to be in the same place,
Like-
but
Okay, so my heading's 330. Oops.
Okay.
My heading's going to be 330 in mere moments.
And then
Okay, which one of these is Atalanta? That one. Okay. So it looks like pretty reciprocal.
well, I'll
Even
give
though-
you a reciprocal heading here.
one
Yeah.
thing we could do is just put labels on those.
Yeah,
That's
right.
possible. Because you don't tend to need to see much. We could probably afford labels, or we just put physical labels on.
Yeah.
Weren't we talking about this the other night? You were going to put just dog names on there?
Oh yeah. So that one will be named Argus.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Yeah.
other one's going to be named like
Oh yeah, what was it, Jason?
Yeah.
My dog. What was it, Jason? Ah,
that
it
was
had
funny.
something else. It was like
Yeah.
Jason something.
Raymond Jason. What was it?
Yeah, I don't remember.
It was very funny. It's too bad, but jokes aren't meant to be repeated
No.
unless you got a really good callback. At least that one wasn't meant to be repeated.
Yeah.
I've got a bumper sticker you could put on one of them.
Oh, I saw that. My other cars and my other vehicles in an ROV.
My
Yeah.
other car is a ROV.
I know.
Oh, that's right. I knew I had a problem with the
A
the
remotely.
article. Yeah.
It's because if you
A
say
remotely, yeah.
yeah, if you say out the whole
Yeah, that's tough.
acronym,
Yeah.
then it works. But if you don't, it's
Yeah.
you
A
stumble.
ROV.
Yeah.
It's an ROV, yeah. That's tough.
Good
Where
thing
did those
I
come
only
from?
printed 10 of them.
Did you print them?
Yeah.
Nice.
Josh Tedorenko said he would hate it if I made them, so I went home and I made
Oh,
them
that's
immediately.
grounds for making them.
Well,
Can I
played.
have one?
I've got one left. Yeah, I've got one here. You can have it.
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
Thank you.
Maybe we can get a Tedorenko job. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I can put it
scheming.
on his fancy car. Oh, on his truck.
His new truck.
I
He's got a brand new
I
truck.
gave him one. He said he was going to put it on. I haven't seen the
It was
evidence
not
yet.
on his truck last fall.
I'll message him. That is a problem for me.
That is a big deal.
Yeah, he had a brand new, beautiful F-150 or something like that, like
Yeah.
electric maybe. It's really good.
I'm looking at that too, but it's nothing, I don't think.
Raj. That'd be neat if it was, though.
It would
I would say
extremely
no.
neat. It'd be pretty.
I would
it'd
say
be a
no.
little too neat.
Yeah, not so neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess.
We'll find out soon enough.
What's that?
So are you guys
What's
doing
it-
a delta difference to get?
Oh, we're
a
not
little
doing that.
No,
I'm going to go
no.
down.
Okay.
I should go down, lower.
What's our distance off the target? Or what's the guess?
Hercules to drop is 120 meters. The ship
Okay.
is now stepping 50 closer. So you'll get to be 70 out.
So the guess was 1928.
1928.
So I'm going to go
is-
down to 36. or
Okay.
something. That'll be about an 8-meter delta.
Sounds
and
good.
Atalanta is at 28, yeah? Okay.
What?
Well, there's that Atalanta far out
Yeah,
Oh,
see
yeah.
it.
I see
on
it
the
there,
bottom.
yeah.
And Herc's got one
it's
far
been
out, too.
twice,
What if
I
we scan
think.
reverse? Well, not now,
Well,
but
not yeah.
It's
get back there.
a reasonable distance out.
I didn't know you could
too
speed
slow.
it up
Too
like
slow.
that.
Speed it up, slow it down. It might just be, and then, well, there is something that, I don't know.
No.
Yeah, that looks
It's
like
also
this stuff.
different distances in the Herc and Argus
Yeah, okay.
sonars.
It was worth a shot.
It was like a fish. It was like a shark or something. Do
Fish
sharks
shark.
have swim bladders?
I don't think so.
Huh.
I don't know that, though. I'm not a biographer.
And it likes to climb them.
What's that?
Oh. What?
I'm actually here, but I like the response anyway. No one likes to climb them, is all I heard.
Yeah.
That's not helping.
You never climbed a swim ladder before?
I feel like the more the slower the like realization.
I wasn't gonna. I wasn't gonna give out the ghost on that one. I had to. Yeah,
Give up the groats on that one.
yeah. Give out the groats.
Yeah.
He's mad about that one.
I don't usually get puns before Trevor does, so I'm pretty proud of myself. That was a good moment for me.
Are we moving still?
Atalanta has moved maybe 10 meters of the 50. But some of that might be you tugging it, I don't know.
Tugging.
Get this out of there. What?
We got a target.
There
small,
it is.
Small rodent. So wait, you think Atalanta's going to sit here? Or what's the scene?
It's gonna sit So the ship move is complete, and that's 50, so Atalanta should sit
Oh, so it was all tucked up under the ship?
there. Yeah, it was like Atalanta distance, but a little offset.
I don't really know what that means, but okay.
Like A-frame offset, but here instead of here.
So doesn't that mean it's with the ship now?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
think
no,
the
maybe
trail's
that
disappearing.
trail's old. Yeah. Let me, yes. Oh no, because this is the center of the ship. No, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, it should be about right.
So, well,
So
if that's a thing, then that's a thing, but
let's see if that
What did
comes
I
up again.
just a sec here.
I feel like Atalanta's going to do, well, I guess Atalanta can't see as far out in front.
What's that little thing behind Atalanta?
That one's,
Yeah, it's not the same one.
it's static in that spot, but not in physical space.
There's another one on Herc between Herc
There
and
was.
Atalanta.
There was, yeah, but it disappeared. Oh, that? Yeah,
The
no.
little nugget.
No. That's like float
not a
or
believer?
something. I'm not seeing anything promising enough.
All right.
Another 25. Oh,
No, I don't think so. I didn't move. So
yeah.
I do 25.
Yeah.
I've been pulling Atalanta along too.
Yeah, okay. Bridge nav. Step 25 meters, bearing 330. Thank you. We should definitely try to find it before they get here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
We have under 10 minutes to do such a maneuver.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you could drag it a bit.
Atalanta, I am.
Yeah. Okay, sanity check again. What was it?
I've just turned auto head off.
Yeah, roger that.
2163.
There's just no need.
No need. What's my... So you finish your thing.
And what was it? 235. 1928.
What's my...
Distance 2.
Anglage bearing is the word I'm looking for. It's late.
313
Cool, thank you.
from where you are. It's also 82 meters away, so theoretically we would start to pick it up soon.
Yeah, okay. Why don't we could do a sector
On
On Herc.
on either, actually.
On either, yeah.
But
I don't know, I could go either way on that.
okay. Okay. Should have stopped at static station.
Yeah, do a sector on Herc, but leave Atalanta.
Sure. Yeah, I'd have to do a reverse sector on Atalanta, which
It's confusing.
is
I think,
not as
yeah.
easy to accomplish anyway.
It's not the worst thing to have 360.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that?
Um,
Is that real?
Are you?
No.
Okay.
Unreal. How's the ship move? Got it on night mode here. I can't see anything.
I know, yeah. Still have 7 meters to complete.
Okay, I'm definitely pulling
Still,
Atalanta
yeah, you're kind of
along.
doing the bulk of the work. Ooh, there it is.
There's the jelly.
Found it.
It's the top of the float.
Deployed with jellyfish now. It could be that there.
Yeah, could be.
Let's see if it happens again. Negative.
Yeah, we've been seeing like matching ones in Atalanta, but they're a different distance from Herc. They'll be like 80 meters in the Herc sonar and then 60 in the...
So just from the drop zone, you're 70 meters away. If we're confident that we think Hercules would see that at 70, we could hold and just go up and down a bit just to see if maybe it was higher up or lower down just based on the terrain.
Yeah, I'm not confident.
I'm also not confident.
About
I'm
the
confident
70 meter.
that, I'm confident that Herc would, the float. I don't know. I feel confident about like 50 meters, but like I don't know about 70.
If we're not at the float level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand.
It's up to you guys. We're 70 meters out with Hercules. We can step closer, another 25.
Let's do another 25, yeah.
I'll go 315.
What's the expected current direction? This way?
If
this mooring had drifted.
Well, it's going to be different based on the entire water column. So we'll see it sometimes go one way and then go another.
Yeah,
but these ones go pretty straight down. Bridge nav.
Yeah, right.
Can we step 25 meters, bearing 315? 25 meters, 315, thank you. It's not taking that long because you're dragging it. Yeah, maybe then we'll do a little up down just in case. But
yeah, that sounds good.
Yep, sure.
Because like ideally we'd get it within like the Atalanta sonar.
Yeah.
I think that will do like 20, 40. That's 60.
Yeah. And it's another 30 away. I mean, it could also have not. We've confidently we've explored this at least at the depth that we're at, but not this.
Does kind of break my heart though. Yeah, we keep giving up the blue here. It's
maybe we want longer trails here. You might lose it if you reset it or something. I think for this one, let's do that. And now you know to switch that back if someone wants it.
Yeah, high pack's got a long trail.
Okay. Yeah. Possibly. Possibly not. That's been there a couple times, but also not really. Ship move complete.
Almost. It's got another 7 meters.
All right.
You've dragged Atalanta the distance, I think, yeah?
Yeah, okay. Well, let's not move the ship anymore.
Yeah, I'm happy to go down and up.
Down and up.
Yeah.
I would think, based on the terrain, maybe up
Okay.
first. Just because it seems like there could be higher terrain rather than lower.
Okay. Cool. Well, let's do that. You want to come up? Slow?
Yeah.
Or medium speed?
Okay.
Let's go up 15 meters a minute and up, I don't know, 10,
Okay,
15 meters.
sounds good.
I don't know. Yeah, what do we want to do? Up 10 meters for now?
Sure. Say when? Oh, it's in? Okay. I'm coming up.
Yep. Sorry, I thought you meant say when I was there.
Hey, what's up? All right, guys, doing a little changeover. Sorry for all the puns and subjecting you to that emotional caboose.
Own it. Oh,
Okay. Okay.
nice.
Well,
Wow.
Nice.
That was a mic drop.
that was,
Yeah. It's good. Nice. Very good.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. I think he probably wrote that down and was just waiting for it.
Yeah, and that was worth waiting for.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm up 10 meters. You're up 10 meters. We're just hanging out. I don't believe it.
I don't believe it. I don't believe
No,
it.
it's
I
not.
don't believe it.
I can't believe
It's
it.
not.
I can't believe it. I won't believe it.
No, it's butter.
Unbelievable.
So you're both you're 10 meters up
From where we were, yeah.
Yeah.
from where you were, because you were lower. Right, got it.
Yep. Yep.
I just don't believe it.
Yeah.
Well, you could go lower.
Yep.
It's not like more scans are going to help, really.
Yeah, this is also handover time right now.
Yeah.
I say expectantly. Yeah, I don't think we're going to find it before we hand over. We could do a step down again.
Down lower than you were, perhaps. I don't know. It's worth it.
But this feels like a pretty safe spot to hand over. And I really don't want to be
Yes.
up and back.
Sure.
I don't want to be not that. So we're going to hand over.
Okay.
Our handover's
sorry.
here.
Thanks, everyone. We're handing over.
Good morning, everyone. This
Good
is
morning,
the...
Yuko.
Thanks, Steph. We are
Good
just...
morning, Lynn.
Good morning, Bailey.
Sorry. Good morning, Lynn.
We are just in the middle of a shift change, handover time, so thanks for your patience as our SPL line is a little quiet as we all get settled. This is the 14th dive of the expedition, ONC Abyss, or NA-161, and we are heading to Mothra today. Mothra is the name of one of the hydrothermal vent sites within Endeavour. And the first thing that we are doing tonight is looking for a newly deployed mooring. And we're just going to go recover a beacon and do a bit of survey on this autonomous line. So how many ways can I say mooring? Well, I guess I can say
More.
good morning, everybody.
No,
Yes,
it's unavoidable.
it is.
Yeah, so the pilots are just discussing approach strategies, as the beacon we generally use to track these moorings down to the seafloor did not work. So we have a surface drop location, but we do not have a bottom location. And when you have something that's 230 meters high, that can be a little ROV hazardous.
I feel like my good mooring is mild compared to all the train puns that
Oh,
I
you heard that.
Well, that was the handover notes from Brandon.
That was essentially the whole dive so far. Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense. Blue water.
Good morning, everyone.
Good
Hello.
morning.
Oh no, not twice. Not
Twice.
twice.
AJ's not here yet, so there's going to be a third time.
We're going to have many good mornings, because it's going to be a good morning. There's Danny on Atalanta. We got Jake in the pilot seat, and my name escapes you.
I'm Johan.
Johan.
Wait, I thought that was Jake on nav.
For some reason, I was thinking
All right,
Joseph,
all
and I was like, hey, that's not right.
Sorry, Johan.
It's okay.
You're one of us. You're the 4-hour ship. You're one of us.
One
It's
of
us.
them.
It's us against the 12-hour ships.
No offense, I forget everyone's name about 500 times.
Why are we
a
against
day,
each
so
other?
None taken. We're all just waking up.
It's okay. You called me Anna yesterday, so...
Huh?
You called me Anna yesterday.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh man, the midnight shift always starts so spicy.
Everybody air your laundry out
Oh yeah.
before we get started here.
You haven't really sat in at the beginning of a midnight shift, have you, Nico?
Yeah.
No, no.
This is the late night show. Get ready.
Yeah, this
Buckle
is,
up.
it's like Saturday Night Live mixed in with The Late Show.
Well, I'll try and see what y'all have for skits and try and see what I can do here.
I feel like we can do a bad cop, good cop skit.
Yeah, you really can.
If Ocean Networks ever have a talent show at the office.
That sounds
Awful?
like an actual nightmare I've
Yeah.
had. Yeah.
Totally. And you
You
know,
like going to work in your underwear?
and you know who can make this nightmare real?
Oh no.
Yes. Make it real, Yuko.
No,
wanna-
no.
Yeah, what do you
Danny,
think?
do you want to drop down? We'll drop down like 10 or 20 meters.
Yeah, I could drop down.
Let's do 10 meters to start. And we'll
Sounds good. Let's do this. Target depth will be 1922.
So our target depth tonight when we get to Mothra is 2,271 meters below the surface of the ocean. according to the dive plan.
I'll stop 1922.
Roger.
Dive plans that Nico has lovingly curated and created.
Oh yeah. They're my babies.
How long does it take for you to make a single dive plan?
Some of them can take 8 to 12 minutes. Some of them can take many hours
8 to
and
12
get
hours?
rewritten a half a dozen times. I end up rewriting a lot of dive plans out here because plans change and equipment fails. But I get a base.
You have an idea.
I have an idea.
You didn't
and
get
I
it?
pivot from there.
I already did it.
The dive plans are more for other people, really, because at a certain point I know what needs to happen. It's just sometimes writing out the order is
You have a target.
40 meters.
those targets keep disappearing.
Oh, those are 20-meter divisions.
Yeah. Yeah, Herc's all the way out. We're in super scanning mode.
Got our
How about
listening
that?
ears on. Hercules is channeling his inner bat.
Is it more accurate if you
Yeah.
in like the 50 meters?
Sound diminishes with distance, so
Yeah.
okay. Not in the mood for that right now. It's partially why it takes a lot longer for the sweep when it's in high range.
That makes sense.
All right, I'm gonna drop down 10 more meters.
Dropping down to 1932.
Good morning, AJ.
Oh,
I think I'm going back to bed.
no. Look at that bright, shining face.
There's way too many chipper people in here.
You guys clearly don't know how it's done on the night shift. It's just complaining and sadness.
Wow. I don't know what night
Hits of
shift
despair.
you're
What shift
on.
have you been on?
Yeah.
Oh, Nico,
Yes.
you're doing great at this blue water.
I'm killing it on the blue water.
I'll stop 1933.
So based on this bathymetry, if it fell anywhere southeast, it would probably be deeper than our target depth, and relatively similar if it was in front of us at this point.
Well, Nico, good catch on that parking position this morning.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you see that we thought it was damaged?
Yeah, the pins looked odd, but when we brought it up to surface, they looked totally normal.
I wanted to pressure
Pressure changed it, yeah.
let them reseat, but
I've seen that happen before. And same thing, when it got to the surface, it looked totally fine. So, very strange.
What happened?
I was sitting down in the lounge and in the background while they were gathering some gas tights or something, I saw a connector into a parking position that did not look flush. And it certainly wasn't. But something
Are we
was
still pinging it?
wrong with the parking position.
We don't have
Pins,
a beacon
3
on
pins that looked like they were stuck,
Yeah.
recessed.
Was this
We just dropped
was this
it.
the cable that we
Well, we
cut
dropped it
off
with
the
the
old
beacon,
Temple Mini?
but it
Or
never
was it something
responded.
that
So.
we cared about?
So we don't have a target.
it was
Correct. We have
I think it
our
was something we
surface
care about.
drop.
I
It was a
can't
spare
surface
cable. It
release
was one we
target.
Spare
unplugged
cable.
from the
But
IP,
it's-
and it was sitting next to the IP.
Who knows?
Oh,
Yeah, I think it was like
it's
the
the Corax
J5
cable.
Yeah.
Oh,
Something like
and
that.
it came out.
Yeah,
Okay.
popped out.
Oh,
Yeah,
weird.
so I think that's why we were on max
I guess sometimes
range.
we made them and then we chuck them
scan.
over or something, and maybe they
Well, I think I
can
was
come
seeing
loose.
a target.
Well, also
a little
those like
further out.
tangs on the side, if they
Okay.
get bent,
Yeah.
they like don't lock that thing in. So
Yeah.
But we put a new parking position on it, and it's seated, and we double
lock that
checked
thing
it.
in.
And
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
luckily, we had one on board.
Mm-hmm. We brought a spare. Yeah. But the mystery of where this mooring is
It's got a beacon on it now.
it's a failed beacon. Didn't work.
Didn't work at all, eh?
Nope. That's why we've been
Checking.
approaching very cautiously from the
Oh, I thought you guys were still, I see. You guys are on bottom.
Yes, but we're 230-ish meters up, so we can sonar hit the float.
Are you guys gonna move your sonar range out on Herc?
Well, we've been
Very
doing
out.
a little bit of both.
Yeah.
In and out.
Yeah. All right.
So it looks like, well, we got 100 meters of range on Atalanta.
What's Atalanta's height off bottom?
Atalanta's height off bottom is 1933.
No, that would be height from the
Oh,
top.
that's height from top.
How deep is it here? 2163?
Making me do math.
That's the depth that we have.
2163 minus 300 is 1863.
Is this a 300 meter mooring?
Yes.
The dive plan says
no, it's not.
235.
I lied. It's not. It's 235.
Okay.
Because this is on polysteel. It's not the one with the...
Yes.
Yeah. So...
But it does look like there's some bathymetry changes here. I don't know how big
That's the
those
target
ridges
I keep
are.
getting.
All
Over
right.
that way.
That's the same target we got with your long range sonar, wasn't it?
This is the long range. I moved
you-
it back out.
I moved it back
So
out.
1933. So
step forward.
yeah, Atalanta's kind of on the right depth.
See
Oh,
if we can
yeah.
get that a little.
Pretty confident. Yeah, let's step forward.
Okay. Do we want to maybe come down to our target depth again?
I think we are at that.
1928 is what we would expect the mooring to be at.
To come up.
Come up?
No, you can stay there. You can stay
Oh.
there. I'll come up.
Buddy.
There's a target.
Yeah, there's a target.
That's
The
other
ones
direction.
that look like that have not turned out to be real so far. They like to
Yeah.
disappear
Yeah.
right after one
That's about
swing.
100 meters away.
We gotta start
Probably
somewhere.
just noise, but
I wonder if we change the frequency
I
of
think
the
that's
Tritech
possible.
and
Let
turn
me
it on
take a
long
look
range
at
if we
what I
get a
got.
better view.
You're welcome.
Tritech hasn't been good long range.
Really?
No.
Okay.
Hit it with the Norbit.
This one, yeah. You just say hit it with the Norbit?
Yeah.
How about we take a step forward
Happy to hit
with
it
the
with
ship?
the Norbit.
See if we can get anything new in our range, or maybe clear out,
Thanks, Anna.
clear
You're
up
welcome.
whatever
I guess
you
no
might
one
have
wants to
been seeing
gaze upon our beautiful faces.
at like 30 degrees from Herc Center.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a target there, but
Yeah, that's yeah, I get it. More
only
like our
comes in every other sweep.
scruffy little
That's
bedhead
85 meters
faces.
east of where we expect the target to be, or like northeast.
I mean, I could also just throw this one up.
I just want to go make sure we're like not passing over it, right?
Sure. Okay.
So like come down,
Down,
50
up.
meters or something.
Yeah, let's do it.
No.
Maybe our depths are off, so.
You want me to come down?
Do you? Yeah, because you guys don't have DVLA.
No.
No.
Yeah, so we don't.
Not this.
We don't know a true
We have ships.
altitude.
We have a ship echo sounder
Yeah,
depth.
We'll come down.
We don't,
How
because
far?
we can't have Herc in the water and
let's go
multi-beaming. but
20 meters.
Okay, 20, 50 feet.
We have
53.
your,
Bathy.
yeah, your bathy and your target or depth that you gave
1953.
us with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, there definitely is some variability, especially with the slope that we just are kind of on.
Come on, Atlanta, light something up.
Haven't even seen any jellies in the water column yet.
Aww.
So did Fabio did anyone talk to Fabio about the fuzzy bear worm?
No.
I want to hear about the fuzzy bear worm.
Well, we don't really know. I don't want to misspeak on
There's a
SPL.
target in front of her.
Well, that's a good target.
I'll start 1952.
No, not a
Well,
target.
My curiosity was piqued,
Well,
but now
Atlanta
it's
sees that same
just been
target, so
demolished.
We were hanging out at a hydrothermal vent. We saw what looked like a fuzzy bear. And Fabio doesn't know what it is.
A science mystery?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the same target if you rotated your head.
yep, straight ahead on Atlanta and Herc.
interesting.
Are they tail to tail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
You
Atlanta's
gotta flip here.
yeah, Atlanta's flipped.
Was it one of these, AJ?
That's just noise.
It was like it didn't look like that.
Atlanta
Here,
has
I'm
something.
gonna pull it up on C2.
It
and
would
show
be out of
you.
its range.
Yeah, show us on C-tube.
Yeah.
Because
I made a highlight annotation for it.
yeah, like there were those worms around. There were like 3 types of worms. And then there was this other fuzzy one that we couldn't figure out what it was. And I want to go down in science
All right.
for making the discovery.
Yeah.
In the
Would we call it an
Do
AJ
you
worm?
want to step forward
in the
a little
annals
bit
of
and then
history?
do the
How does
same kind of
how do you
water
say that
column?
word?
What's this target here?
Oh, that's just the cursor.
Oh, okay.
AJ's fuzzy bear worm.
Jake, that one in Atlanta's view keeps showing.
But we would see that with Herc.
Not if Herc is below
Steph.
the
I got us covered.
top of the beacon.
Yeah, there's not a lot of good targets on
Sorry.
this one, right? On this mooring.
No, this mooring's gonna be pretty skinny. I mean, the float should light up.
No floats.
No,
Just
the
the top
top
float.
should really light up though. That thing's.
Yeah. Yeah, let's step forward.
For anyone that's interested in seeing what this mooring kind of looks like, on Instagram
20
at
meters, 30 meters.
Ocean
And then
_
we'll,
Networks.
Right now we're below our expected depth, so then we'll come up.
Just
Yeah, kind of just keep doing that.
square wave it. Copy.
If you go on to Ocean _ Networks on Instagram,
Bridge nav.
there is a picture of, or pictures
Good
of
morning.
the mooring
Can
being
we move
deployed.
the ship to 0 meters at 245, please? Thank you.
How come on C-tube every dive says dive lead, either Nico, Dirk, or Megan?
Because we're the ones who start it. We get the blue water credit. And then you have to do all the work.
That's brutal. It's okay, AJ, we know you're the real one.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
Never get credit. Dun, dun, dun. Fuzzy bear.
Nobody looks at those things anyway, Jay.
Well, I just did, and it made me sad. In your highlight, did you put fuzzy bear?
Yuko thinks I'm so old that I
Yeah.
don't know how to use Instagram, so.
So I think I put fuzzy animal.
Fuzzy
and I
animal.
Put fuzzy bear next.
Lots of fuzzy bears.
Do not put words in my mouth. I did not say that.
Nico, do you know how to use Instagram?
It's
Look at
been
this
it's
fuzzy
been a few
bear.
years, but I think I
What
can
is
figure
that?
it out.
Hey, Lounge.
It's mold that's
no.
alive.
Looks like we
It
found
looks like
We
A
are doing
a fuzzy
version
tardigrade.
move now. We just did a vertical scan.
Yeah,
7.
that's weird.
Do they have tardigrades and hydrothermal vents?
I don't know. Maybe, probably. Who knows? I bet Moronke would know.
Nico, you see the fuzzy bear?
I want to
Spot
see
the fuzzy bear, that thing?
bear.
No, right there. Look at him go.
Oh,
Okay, I want to see this thing.
interesting.
I'll come to you, Anna.
You will?
Yeah.
Isn't that
I looked at
crazy?
the
He's
other
moving.
things
And
that
we saw a bunch
deployed,
more.
Obviously other days, but they all kind of, I think, ended up, if we tracked them southeast.
Which is exactly where we are.
That's exactly where we are, so.
Here, look at all of them.
And
There's
to our viewers, we know that there are
1, 2,
issues with the video
3,
stream. Thank you for your patience. We are still
4.
working to
Right.
correct them as soon as we can.
Isn't that
from the
weird?
shore
Have you ever
side.
seen those?
Mm-mm.
You're just missing blue water viewers. So.
But our dives are saved on CTube, which you can access on data.oceannetworks.ca if you want to go back in time to take a look at what you missed. We also have a very wonderful team of data loggers that annotate these dives on CTube. Currently, we have Steph in the control van with us. And Steph, who's on shore dive logging tonight?
Hello. We
It's
have
going to be a fun one.
Uli and Caroline, but
Yeah.
there'll be a swap over pretty soon.
And who's after Uli and Caroline?
I don't know.
Okay, well, we'll find out when that happens.
Yeah. I think Damien and I don't know who else.
If the nautiluslive.org and YouTube streams aren't working, I